right, I'm gonna go ahead and introduce myself. I'm AJ Albert. I'm CEO of Exclusive Financial Class, powered by MWR Financial. I am the founder of the Financial Soldier Network, Incorporated, which is a nonprofit organization. I'm the CEO of Mix Inc., also known as a real estate investment company. And I also have vacation rental homes. So I have Exclusive Stays, which is my Airbnb thing. And I also am a personal trainer. Hey, man, just so y'all know, man, we are not here to recruit anybody. We are here to educate. So this is all I want. This all interactive, man. I want to hear from everybody. I want to know how y'all doing. And we want to target some of the things that you might not know, because our society has taught us to not know finances. So they make the country financially illiterate on purpose. Government controls what we teach in school. So they will never teach this stuff like 101, asset 101 or credit, anything. Or financial statements. They'll never teach you this stuff. So you never know what it means. So you never know how to get ahead. And so I want to hear some trouble stories, right? So we've all been in the work industry for some time, right? So I did the same thing. I made the mistake of getting a good education so I can get a what? Everybody's heard that statement. Somebody finish that statement for me. Tell me. We go to school, get a good education so we can get a what?
Job.
A job, man. Everybody goes to get a job when a job means just over broke, right? So if we're going to be just over broke all our life, there's a mad percentage that, you know what I'm saying, 37% of Americans are going to work until death. Only 34% are actually going to retire by 80. Even though the retirement age is what?
65.
65, right? So if you're telling me that I'm gonna get to retirement working a job and I can't even retire when I get to retirement age, that's terrible, right?
Terrible. That's terrible.
Who wants to do that? So everybody talks about, man, when you get an opportunity presented to you, all you want to hear is that, hey, man, that's a scam, or we're taught to be skeptical about investing in ourselves. You will always be your number one asset. You will always be your number one asset. I'm going to say that again. You will always be your number one asset. Don't be afraid to chime in and listen to things and get education that you might not know. Everyone wants to say, oh, that's a pyramid scheme. No, working a job is a pyramid scheme. I don't know any job that you can join and make it to CEO. But guess what? If you start at the bottom, then you're trying to work your way up top, but you will never get there. So you're going to end up in the work industry working 40 hours a week for 40 years to retire on 40% of your retirement, right? Who wants to do that? That's the scam. America has taught y'all the scam. And as long as I keep majority of Americans in this scam and afraid to invest in themselves, I'm going to make profits. So what are the two largest banks in the world? Somebody tell me, who knows what are the two largest banks in the world?
America?
Bank of America?
Nope. The National Treasury.
Wells Fargo?
No, the National Treasury. Who puts all the money in the National Treasury?
Taxpayers.
Taxpayers. What's the second biggest bank is World Bank. Who putting the money in the World Bank?
Oh, the National Treasury.
Everybody, right? That's another scam. So that's another training that we'll get into. But hey, I'm gonna go ahead and start with the 4 challenges that every American faces. Every single American faces these 4 challenges. And we just started with letting you know the first. So now the first challenge is inflation.
I just logged in.
We
for
call-
some support.
Yeah, we call that the silent income killer. The silent income killer is silent because you don't even know it's happening. But if you're leaving your money in a bank,
Man.
oh, can everybody, if you're got stuff going on in the background, could you just mute it out for me? All right, thank you. All right, so, but inflation is a silent income killer. Why? Because business owners have the right to raise their prices at any given time. So what happens is the yearly rates are going up, but the value of your dollar is going down. So that's an example of that is when 10, 15 years ago, you could go to the gas station and put $10 in your car and have no problems getting around. You go put $10 in your car today, it's gonna turn around the corner and sneeze on you. It's time to get more gas. So you don't want to, inflation is killing your money. That means the value of your dollar is being lost every day. So if you leave $20 in your savings account and you go to withdraw it, you know what I'm saying, months down the line, that $20 is no longer worth $20.
Right.
So how are you going to keep up with the rate of inflation? Because you can't go to your job and be like, hey, inflation went up 5% this month. Can you give me a 5% raise?
No.
No, your boss gonna look at you like you crazy. Like, nah, you need to get up on out of here, man. Right? So, two, the second biggest challenge Americans have is, who knows the answer to that?
Debt.
No. So, hey, listen. So here's the thing. America's biggest expense is the same for everybody, but yet we're taught not to know what it is.
Okay.
Everybody's going to say their mortgage or their car notes, you know what I'm saying, whatever. But taxes is your biggest expenses.
Oh, yeah.
And taxes is your biggest expense because it's taken from you at every single corner. They take it out of your paycheck before you get it. It's called wages, right? They're going to tax your wages. Then at the end of the year, they're going to tax income tax onto the top of it. Then you get into sales tax, armoire tax, luxury tax. You're getting taxed at every corner, everywhere you go. $1 here, $2 there, $5 there, $10 there, on every single purchase or every single thing you decide to do. So we call that the Texas Chainsaw Massacre because it is killing your money. And most people never ever think of how to minimize their taxes. Give me 1 second. I gotta let these dogs out. They get on my nerves real quick. Hold on. I apologize. Don't want to lose y'all. But hey, like I said, so Texas is a chainsaw massacre. So now those two cause the third challenge. So if inflation is killing my value of my dollar and taxes is taking a third of my pay before I even get it, now we have to go borrow to get that money back. So when you're getting paid $60,000 and the government's taking 20, now you're at 40. But when you go to apply for a loan, they give you credit upon $60,000, but you only bring home 40. So now you're a slave to debt. And now when America, with this pandemic, when all these people start losing their job, now what are they doing? They're swiping their debit cards to pay their bills, right?
Right.
So now you're being charged interest. Interest is your second biggest expense. That's why the National Treasury is the first biggest and the World Bank is the second, because that's where your money's coming from. Is everyone's paying interest and everyone's paying taxes. So they fill up those two banks. And then we go to the fourth challenge. So now you have that takes your second 1/3. Now you down to 1/3 left. And now big business is taking that last 1/3. You don't really pay attention to it, but there's a holiday every month of the year. Come on, let's go through the whole year. What month are we about to end now? We're in February, right?
Valentine.
Yep.
We got Valentine's Day. March, we got what?
St. Patrick's.
Oh, April, we got what?
Easter.
Easter.
May, we got what?
Mother's Day.
Mother's Day and
Father-
Memorial Day.
Memorial Day.
June, we got what?
Father's Day.
Father's Day.
July,
4th of July.
July.
we got August. Back to what?
School.
Back to school. We got September, we got Labor Day.
Labor Day.
October is Halloween. That's a multi-billion-dollar day.
Mhm.
Multi-billion-dollar day. Then you got 5 different things in November. What are those?
Thanksgiving.
Yeah, Black Friday, Brown Thursday, Blue Monday, Cyber Saturday.
Monday. Yeah.
You can't even get them all straight. There's so many of them, right? Then you got December. You got Christmas, then New Year's Eve, and we started all over again. But know what? I haven't mentioned anything that's important to you. What about birthdays, Valentine's Day? I mean, birthdays, anniversaries, proms.
Anniversaries.
You know what I'm saying? Anniversary, all these other things that are pertinent to you on top of the whole year, right? So that's taking the last 1/3 of your pay. So now where do you have the money to invest? So most of America don't have a savings or they don't have the money to invest. So your current lifestyle is paid for through labor, but your future lifestyle has to be paid for with investments. So if you can't get into investments, what do you got to do, right? But it's all not doom and gloom, though. There are solutions out there, right? So when this pandemic, what's happened? We had people who had solutions set up. Perel was already selling hand sanitizer, but when this pandemic hit, they blew up. Anybody that Amazon blew up. Zoom, the current thing we're on now, blew up. Now people can't meet in person. Now they got to meet online, right? So there's 3 solutions that we're going to talk about tonight, man. Most people don't understand how to minimize their taxes, right? But one way to minimize your taxes and put that money back to your household is the number one asset is a home-based business. Now you're investing in yourself, right? How does a home-based business help you invest in yourself? Who can answer that question? How does home-based business help you minimize your taxes?
Deductions, I'm guessing.
Know how? Because what's the difference between you and me? You got a mortgage, I got a mortgage. You got a cell phone bill, I got a cell phone bill. You got utilities, I got utilities. Only
AJ,
difference
I can
is,
answer that.
go ahead, Ms.
So I believe it has to do with taxable income, correct? So you're basically using your home to create taxable income with your expenses that you would normally use on a day-to-day basis to for your lifestyle.
Absolutely correct. So now I'm able to write off my current lifestyle. So if I get paid $70,000 and you get paid $70,000, the difference is I get to write off 40% of my current expenses and you don't. So now that lowers my taxable income. So I get to keep more of my money. So at the end of the year, I'd save a lot because I don't have taxable income like everybody else. Remember, I told you they take money out of your paycheck. Those are your taxable wages. Then at the end of the year, they tax income tax. That's why you have to file your taxes, right? Second, like I said, we're on this solution, right? This is a virtual solution. So we can't meet face to face anymore. So basically we just hop on the Zoom. Everybody's on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. All those programs are winning. Why not leverage those programs to help make you money on top of everything else, right? Right. And then the third one is having a financial team. Everybody, we understand leverage when it comes to I need to move my house. How long is it going to take you to move all your furniture out of your house and move it into another house by yourself? No, we're not doing that by ourselves. We'll go ask any and everybody to come help us out, or we'll go pay somebody to come help us out. But yet we won't leverage anybody to make money, and we won't pay any experts to help put that money back in, you know what I'm saying, help us make more money or put money back into our stuff, right?
Right.
So
Right.
now we want to tell you how to do that, right? So right now, let me stop sharing for a second so y'all can take a look at me. I can pull up in my phone right now how I get paid every day for work that other people do for me. So I leverage other people to get paid. I sent out a lot of messages today. But what y'all got to understand is when you have leverage, I can sit at home and have other people make money for me every day, day after day after day after day after day after day after day, right? Let me get back to the presentation. So now we're going to show you how to put virtual solutions back in your, you know what I'm saying, into your pay. Hold on, can everybody see my screen yet, or is it?
Now.
All right, so we show you how to get daily pay, right? So on top of putting all that money back into your paycheck, we're going to show you how to make daily pay. But how are we doing that, right? So we just talked about leverage. So what we want you to do is understand that this education, things that you may not know, simple things, man, simple things. Education without implementation is what? That's like, it's the epitome of stupidity, right? To be educated and not being able to implement it is stupidity, right? Not trying to say that anybody's stupid. Everyone has some level of stupidity when it comes to certain things, right? And
Right.
Society has taught us to be stupid about finances. So now by getting educated and learning these things, so you have access to one extra digit, which is our educational platform. You have thousands and thousands of experts teaching you all the things you may have never known or never been taught in a financial institution. Think about it. People go to school for accounting for 4 years of college and come out and learn to do what? They learn to manage someone else's money. It doesn't teach them how to make their own money grow, right? So because they work a job, they're still subject to taxes, which is going to cause them debt, which is going to put them in the same vicious, we call it the rat race. So everyone's stuck in the same rat race. Then we have MWR. Now we have a team of experts. Now this is what we call our burgers, fries, shakes, and apple pies, right? So MWR provides you experts to actually do the execution for you. McDonald's is over 1 billion burgers sold, right? It's a franchise. So what we're talking about is franchising and using experts to help you grow every facet of your money, right?
Right.
So you don't go into McDonald's and franchise it and then change the style of their burgers, right? You can't change you can't go from McDonald's fries to steak fries. You can't change their plan, because once you come in there and you franchise it, they're going to give you everything you can and can't do. You have to stick to the program, because why? They're the experts. They're already 1 billion burgers sold. But for you to franchise a McDonald's, it's going to cost you anywhere from $2,500 to $2 million to even get started. And the crazy part is McDonald's is really not into burgers and fries. McDonald's is really a real estate company because they retain ownership of the land that you put your McDonald's on. You may own the building, but our burgers, fries, shakes, and apple pies, you can own from your own home and use that to leverage other people and money to help someone else be successful, as well as use the experts for yourself. So Money Max, our Money Max expert is IRS enrolled agents. IRS enrolled agents. That's the highest level of financial expertise, right? So they're the ones who do the audits. So if my paperwork is filed with, with enrolled agents, IRS agents, are IRS enrolled agents going to audit their own paperwork? No, because they did it right. But if you go to a CPA is going to get audited by an enrolled agent. So why would I pay for a CPA when I can pay for an enrolled agent to give me the right goods? Because it's their job to know. They the ones write the law, so of course they know the law. Right? Then we have Credit Max. We have our Credit Max, our experts, which is, so this is not just one person. This is a team of experts. Most people are going and paying hundreds to thousands of dollars to get one person to fix their credit. Right? Now you have a team of experts that will always consistently work on your credit. Not only your credit report, but your credit restoration. They have all sorts of tools to help you get your credit score up. They're going to give you a plan on how to do everything, right? Then we have our Equity Max. Man, this is another powerful one. Most people say they want to be a millionaire, but have no plan to be there. Who's been one of those persons? Who has their millionaire date right now? Anybody? Can I get show some hands? You know what I'm saying? Anybody got their hand up? Let me show. No. Okay. So we got maybe a few people who know. All right. But check this out. They also give you your debt-free date. So my mentor told me that any plan without a date is just an idea.
It's just an idea.
Yeah, it's an idea. If it's not written down on paper, said to think is to put it in ink, right? So if you don't have a date and it's wrote down on paper and a plan to follow to get to those goals, no one will ever make their millionaire date, right? So they show you how to get to your millionaire date. They show you how to get out of debt, give you your debt-free date, and show you, everybody knows a creditor's plan is to keep you in debt as long as possible. The longer they keep you in debt, the more money they make, right? So the more money they make, we want to take that. We're going to show you how to take that date out of there and get that interest back into your pockets. So you're going to save thousands of dollars and shave years and years off of your debt just by following these experts' plans. And then finally, we got Wealth Max. This is the epitome of what everyone has to get into. Because if you're not into investments, you're not even on the road to wealth. Right. So this is an actual consult where an agent goes over all of your finances and say, hey, we can put money here in 2 or 3 different investments that are more secure and has just as much access to growth as anything else out there on the market. So I don't know about y'all, but I've invested in my Army TSP, which is basically a 401k, for over 20 something years. And it's depressing to look at the amount it looks like right now, because I was in the 2001, 2002 depression. I was in the 2008 depression, 2019, and 2020 for COVID, right? So I had 3 pandemics that I was not able to catch and pull my money out of to put into other things. So I lost thousands of dollars. Can you imagine being at your year of retirement and losing all of it because of COVID? Indirectly or directly, I guarantee you, y'all know somebody that is in that situation. I guarantee it. If you ask around and look around or pay attention, some people were supposed to be retiring this year or next year, but absolutely can't because COVID destroyed their 401k. Right? You don't want to be that person, right? So having these experts. So now I didn't just bring y'all on here to just talk about what it means to have experts. I just want to know that LeBron James has experts. Everyone that is in a profession, if you think about you, when you did anything, you had experts help you get somebody that was smarter than you to help you get more educated to get where you are. If it's your job or your professor or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Somebody showed you how to be proficient and you had experts work on you, but yet we're afraid to talk to anyone about money, right? So I got anybody out here on this line who wants to give me their Money Max testimony. Let's come off mute and let me tell your story and how Money Max has helped you.
Hey, what's up, AJ? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you. Mr. Don Wilson on the line. What's going on?
What's going on, everybody? Hey, first of all, great job tonight, man. Fantastic call. My Money Max story, man, has been nothing short of amazing. I was able to upload my W-4 forms, my wife and myself, and our tax returns. And the experts at Money Max was actually able to bring back $480 into my household per paycheck. So it's about $960 a month that the experts at Money Max was able to bring back into our household that we were overpaying in taxes. And we were able to take that money, man, and snowball a ton of debt to go ahead and pay things off. And now, honestly, with all of the money that we were able to save from bringing in from the experts with the adjustment of our W-4 form, honestly, the only bill that we have left now is just our mortgage now. So we was able to get about $12,000 a year back into our household just from completing or from uploading our documents to the experts with their Money Max. So, man, it's a fantastic program.
Ooh. And you telling me you put $12,000 a year back into your household just by uploading some documents to the experts, enrolled agents, and they saved you $12,000 per year?
Yeah. And you know, the sad part about it that made me mad is we're overpaying our taxes about $12,000 a year for years now since we've been married. And at no point in time, AJ, did we ever get a $12,000 tax refund back. Like we never, ever received a $12,000 tax refund back. So, you know, when you think about what I could have done, my wife and myself could have done over the 16 years that we've been married with $12,000 times 16, man. You know, we retired multi-millionaires now, but it's better late than never. So definitely get started and take advantage, because the question that I want to ask everybody on here that's not a part of Making Wealth Real Financial: if we were leaving $12,000 a year on the table, how much are you leaving on the table?
Ooh, that's powerful. That's a powerful question. Y'all ain't got to answer it, but y'all need to write that down. How much money are you leaving on the table every day that you don't take a chance to minimize your taxes, right? So second thing, we got our Credit Max experts, man. I'm going to go ahead and tell you something valuable that really punched me in the throat. Because we all talking about this is a legacy thing, a legacy building company, right? So not only this, but they taught me how to add my kids to my credit cards as additional users. Mm-hmm. And they assume the years of good credit on my credit card for them. So if I got a 10-year credit card in good standings and I add my kid as additional user, and by the time he turns 18, that's the only thing on his credit report, he receives 10 years of having good standing credit. So my son had a He has a 752 at 18 years old.
Wow.
And my daughter's on the way to the same thing. So anybody out there on this line got a Credit Max story that they want to tell? We have testimonies tonight.
Yeah, I do, AJ.
Yeah, tell me what you got.
Yeah, so being in the military and my job requires me to have good credit, but I was like, hey, if I get experts that can maximize the credit bureaus, hey, why not use them? So I requested my 3 credit reports from Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax, sent them my driver's license, and they made any corrections that was needed. And I don't know if you can see, but this right here is my
We got a 797.
All right,
763.
King. Woo!
So Experian came back with the highest my highest score, and one of the banks, Navy Federal, I had a few auto loans with them, so I leveraged my credit score with them, refinance those loans, saved me $700. Was able to pay off my son's car and my wife's car 48 months in advance. So I saved myself $1,000 by doing that.
Ooh, hey, so tell me what you started at. Give me a start number.
I don't remember the start. I just know what it is.
Okay. So you probably you got anywhere from what, a 50? Just give me a guesstimation, about a 50 to 100 point increase.
Yes.
Okay, so that's amazing. Y'all don't understand the amount of money you save by 50 to 100 point credit score increase. That is thousands of dollars in interest. And then we got our lovely company called Equity Max, man. And we got a powerful thing in Equity Max called the Bill Shredder. This is the one where I told you the experts show you how to get out of debt as fast as possible. So they show you how to save thousands of dollars interest. They give you your debt-free date, and they give you your millionaire date. Somebody give me a Bill Shredder testimony. Who has Bill Shredder lined up?
Hey AJ, this is Rachel. I have a Bill Shredder testimony that I can share.
Okay, let's hear it.
First of all, you're doing an outstanding job tonight. Every time I listen to you, I feel like I learned something new that I can put in my toolkit. So thank you for your presentation. So as it relates to the Bill Shredder, when I contacted the negotiators, all I did was I went on the portal. I put in my bill information for my cable bill, my internet bill, and my cell phone bill. So my internet bill and my cable bill were combined, and they sent me an email after I did everything as far as uploading the information to the portal that I would save $780 a year just with my cable and my internet by utilizing the negotiators. And then my cell phone bill, I would save $25 a month just from using the negotiators. Now, at first, I thought there something had to be crazy about using this service. I was like, is this legal? But it's totally legal. And all we do was we pay like a little service charge. You can write that off. And it's just a peace of mind knowing that you have experts that can work on your behalf. So I just thank MWR and the extradition movement every day. Thank you for letting me share.
Oh, awesome, man. I appreciate you sharing. So, hey, what we just talked about now, those are the first 3 pillars, right? What we call that is cash flow expansion. Everybody knows what cash flow is measured. Income is measured in dollars. Cash flow is measured in time, right? So I make income by my job. My job pays me $70,000 a year, but how long can I keep it is cash flow. So we showed you how to shift that money from the 3 big organizations that are taking your money daily, which is inflation and taxes, your interest rates by your bank, so by lowering your credit score, and then you got your debt. We're showing you how to get out of debt as soon as possible, and we're minimizing your bills. So all that money shifted back to yourself. So this is a roller coaster you absolutely want to ride, right? My taxes are going down, so my cash flows goes up. My interest rate, my credit score goes up, so my interest rates go down. My debt and bills go down, so my cash flow goes up. We call that cash flow expansion. That's taking the current money you already make and putting more of it back into your household in your pocket so we can move it over into Wealth Max. Now, somebody give me that Wealth Max. Now, Don, come back on from this one. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all, Don is one of my mentors. He just came on here to support me. Don, give him your Wealth Max testimony.
Yeah, no problem at all. I don't know if they can see my screen or not, but I normally talk about like land banking and private banking because we have that as a consultation. But I wanted to show you guys something else, right? Because Wealth Max is more than just talking about the private reserve, and Wealth Max is more than just talking about land banking, right? I work in the financial industry. I work in the banking industry now. And the organization that I work for, we give a rate of return that's 7 times higher than the banking industry, right? 7 times higher than all of the national banks within the banking industry. That rate of return is 0.55%. 0.55%. But here's what you guys can do. If you go through the maxes, if you clean up your credit, if you get your debt down, if you use Money Max, you use the experts. I wanted to show you guys something. This is my rate of return. I'm not sure if you can see it okay. So as of May of 2015, the overall rate of return is 13.63%. The last year's return during the pandemic, when everybody else was losing, the last year's return was 31.45% that I was able to earn on my money, right? So this is what consultations with Wealth Max gets you, right? You got people that everybody, when we say everybody's not losing, I promise you guys, everybody is not losing. Here's the beautiful part about all of it. You can take money that's sitting in an old 401k, wrap that into a private reserve account, let it sit there for a year, earn interest, never lose money. Then you can pull some of the money out of the private reserve account and then go and open up a blue chip stock fund, or a growth stock fund, or the health science fund, all of these different things. So now your money is making money multiple ways. Lastly, guys, land banking and private banking, owning a piece of land in America. My wife and I were extremely fortunate to own not only 1, but 2 parcels of land in Southern California. Here's the deed. Here's the deed. The second deed is on its way in the mail as we speak. My friends, when I tell you this opportunity that AJ and Deshondra has put in front of you, it is a can't miss, is a no-brainer.
Right.
Please, if you don't do yourself a favor, do me a huge favor. Let the old you step to the side and let the new you come forward and go walk into your greatness. Go walk into your greatness. I had to share that with you guys because I'm actually probably post this in the Extra Digit community tomorrow, just to show people that when we're literally saying everybody is not losing, everybody's not losing in this pandemic. It's time.
All right, give them a quick briefing of what PRA is. Just a quick synopsis.
Yeah, a private reserve account is where you become the bank, right? So with a private reserve account, there's no loss, there's no risk of loss. So if the market were to tank, you don't lose money. Your private reserve would just be capped off. Once the market corrects itself and starts to go back up, your money then starts to earn money again. You become the bank, so you can borrow money from yourself. You got $80,000 in a private reserve account. You want to go get you a $30,000 car. You pull $30,000 out of the private reserve. You're still earning interest on the $80,000. And now instead of paying the bank back for the car note that a lot of people do, you now just start paying yourself back in the form of a private reserve. There's no risk of loss. There's no denials. There's no, like, you're no longer paying for cars 2, 3, 4 times over. A private reserve account, as I close out, only the top 1 to 2% in this country even know what a private reserve account is. So you become the bank instead of going to the bank to borrow money.
Right.
Hey, and then if you're really smart, you take 40 out of that 80, the 80 still gains interest, and you go buy that parcel of land, which is potentially going to get you if it does anywhere from 12 to 23%.
Absolutely.
Anywhere from it could, and that's not a set in stone guarantee, but I guarantee you that it ain't gonna be less than what the bank gonna give you.
Right.
And you want to know the crazy part about it, AJ? You get to buy it wholesale and then sell it retail, right? Like, think about this, because I think a lot of times people overthink and they overcompensate a lot of things that we say when we say buy wholesale instead of retail. Think about going to Sam's Club or going to Costco and buying a big 50 roll of toilet paper. You're gonna probably pay about $20 for the thing. You get like 50 rolls of toilet paper. Now, what happened if you went to Walmart and you bought 50 rolls of toilet paper? How much are you gonna spend for it? You're probably gonna spend almost $200 on it, right? So when you're buying things wholesale, it's because they purchased a ton of land and now they break it off piece by piece and they sell it to you. So when the Olympics come in 2028, when NASA comes, when the Department of Defense comes, Warren Buffett has already invested $2 billion. Walmart is coming, subdivisions are coming, courthouses are coming, hospitals are coming. Guess what happens to the value of that property? It has no choice but to go up. Then you can sit on the property and decide to sell back if you want to, and that's where the big return comes. Because you bought it for 40, but you might sell it for 120. Sound like a win-win profit, wouldn't you agree?
Win-win. Hey, I appreciate you, Don, stepping in and coming on and let these folks know. Hey, so basically, I just want y'all to understand that cash flow is king. Meaning that if my expenses are $20,000 a year and my investments bring me 60, I got a 3-year cash flow. But if my expenses are $1 million and I make $500,000, my cash flow is 6 months, right? I want y'all to really understand the power of cash flow, right? So we got millions and millions of testimonies, right? If you go to MWR Financial Testimonies, you'll see the thousands of people like you see on the screen that are using and taking this cash flow and this education and taking it to the fullest advantage, right? They're taking it to the fullest advantage. So we not only educate you, the education you're going to get is absolutely free. All you have to do is tune in. Tune in to things like this. We have calls every week going on where you can learn something new. I mean, we're talking about billionaires teaching us middle class and poor people how to become the 1%ers. So there's going to be a huge shift in wealth coming. You want to be a part of that wave, people. You want to be a part of that wave by understanding cash flow is king, and you want to take that money back from the entities that are stealing it from you and put it back into yourself. Now, for these 4 pillars, that is literally $79.97 per month, which is less than $3 a day. That is a monster for these energy drink people that are killing 2 or 3 energy drinks per day. That is the price of a Monster or any energy drink out there on the market. That is the price of a drink, to have 4 pillars of experts that will always work for you and your expenses. Then the other beautiful thing is, if I refer 3 people This and it covers me and my spouse. And if I refer 3 people, I no longer have to pay the $79.97 as long as they're active. Right. So my 50 minutes of fame is up, but I'm not really going to tell you that you can also make this a business, and actually by introducing people to the education and helping them understand that a home-based business is their greatest asset. Well, we have a home-based business already built in the system for you. So now you can do that to minimize your taxes and actually make a profit. There's no other company on the planet that will allow you to help somebody clean up their finances and get paid for it. Right? So we get sponsorship bonus up to $50 per person. We got leadership expansion bonus that goes from $10 to $75. That means all the people that show other people that I don't even know and they join the company, I get expansion bonus for those people that are introduced to the company. Then I get 25% check match bonus. All that stuff doesn't mean anything. That's just another additional way you can add more money into your income. The powerful information is about the education and understanding that cash flow is king, and you can do this too, right? So there's 3 kind of people on this call, right? There's 3 kind of people. There's the number 3 that says, man, I don't need experts. I got all the education I need. I got a 900 credit score. I know how to minimize all my taxes. I don't need anybody to help me get out of debt because I have no debt. I don't need this. So we thank you for tuning in and hope that you would introduce other people to the education that's going on here, because America is illiterate and not everybody is in your situation. So send them on this way so they can understand that cash flow is king. And by changing their mindset on how to minimize taxes, up to increase their credit scores and all that, and not have to learn it, but just use experts if they're not smart enough to learn it and implement it themselves, and have experts do it for them. I'm lazy and I want to be one of the 3%. So I know it, but I'd rather have experts do it for me, and the experts that are going to do it correctly, because I might miss something or file something wrong. I don't have to worry about that if the experts do it, because an IRS enrolled agent's not going to audit himself. So, but like I said, the second kind of person is I love the idea of using the experts, so I don't have to go and continue to educate myself and stress myself out. And I want to be a part of these educational events that we have with MWR. There's several calls. We actually had another call tonight that we're slightly missing, but every Thursday night they do educational conference calls that you can hop on. The experts come on and educate. Like I said, and then we also have a huge community of EDM of millionaires teaching other people how all the smart education things that we want to know. And then lastly, we have the one that says one. I love the experts. I want the education, and I want the home-based business so I can start minimizing my taxes and have the experts help me minimize my taxes, because now I have a business and I can write off my current lifestyle and utilities and mortgages, right? Hey, I appreciate all of y'all for tuning in. I'm gonna open up for a few minutes to let anybody ask any questions that you may have. And then I'm gonna let Deshondra close her call out, and we're gonna call it a night, man. So if anybody has any questions, let's go. Tell me what you got. Don't be afraid to ask.
Nobody?
Thank you. Very informative, AJ. Appreciate it. Team,
Oh.
It was a beautiful thing. It's Don Owens.
Oh, wait. Appreciate you, Don, man. I saw you jump in and after the call started, but you've been out here long enough to hear this information, man. I appreciate you showing up. Anybody else got any questions?
No questions?
All right, man. If y'all on here, whoever actually put y'all on this call, reach out to them. Let them know if you're a 3, 2, or 1. 3